Hi, and thanks for joining me for today's yoga video. Today's practice is a great everyday yoga flow for beginners. If you have a blanket, that would be helpful, but it's not necessary. Thank you for trusting me to guide you through this practice, and I encourage you to tune in and enjoy this time for yourself. So we'll begin lying down on our back. Knees can be bent or extended, whichever feels comfortable. And I'd like you to place one hand on your lower belly and one hand on your heart. Go ahead and close your eyes or soften your gaze. And we're going to practice some deep diaphragmatic breathing. Breath is a really key component to your yoga practice. And so I'd like you to focus on inhaling slowly through the nose and sending the breath down to the belly to lift that lower hand, expanding the belly. And then on an exhale, notice as that hand drops. And continue this process. It may not feel so comfortable at first, but continue to try it and you'll get the hang of it soon. So inhaling, expanding the belly, and fully exhaling so that the belly drops. Great job. From here, place the hands on the ground and begin to drop both knees to one side and then shifting to the other. We're massaging the lower back and spine here. And just rock side to side, rolling onto the edges of the feet. No special skills here, just noticing what feels good. And then you'll roll completely onto the side and push yourself up to a seated position. If you have your blanket, you can fold it into a square and sit on top so that your knees are lower than your hip points. It's just a bit more comfortable. And we're in our seated position here. So place your hands on your knees, sit up tall, and we're going to push our shoulders up towards our ears and then release with a big sigh. So inhale, shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, drop. We'll do this a few more times. You can kind of roll your shoulders in a circle if it feels good. So bringing the shoulders up to the ears, pausing for a moment, and then as you exhale, drop the shoulders down. Great. Tilt the head to one side and take your hand and gently press on your ear to stretch out the side of the neck. And let's go to the other side. No pushing here, just letting the hand rest. Great, and release. Let's do a few neck circles here, moving slowly. You can close your eyes. Make sure you go in both directions here. This is great to just tune in, observe the sensations of the body, and then make movement accordingly. Next, we'll stretch out our wrists, so extend the right hand and grab the fingers with the other hand, pulling the fingers towards you. You can also turn the fingers upside down. Great, and switch to the other hand, pushing with the fingers. Good, and release. We'll make our way to tabletop position. You can unfold your blanket so that you have a nice padding for your knees. Spread the fingers wide and make sure that your wrists are lined up under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. We'll move into cat-cow position here by dropping the belly and looking up, and then pressing through the palms, dropping the head and arching the back for cat pose. So move seamlessly through these movements here, moving up and down, moving the head and neck with this movement. Great. Now extend the right leg behind you and rock front to back, stretching out the calf, the hamstring, and the toes. If you'd like, you can lift that back leg. Just see what happens here. Great. Release. And let's extend the left leg back. Again, rocking front to back. And maybe you'd like to try on this leg, lifting it up, keeping the hips square. Great. Release. Come and sit back on your feet and give your wrists a bit of a break. You can massage them, do some wrist circles. And then we'll come back to tabletop position, slide your hands forward slightly, tuck the back toes, and we're going to push our hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Now this pose takes years to work on, so it's never going to be perfect, especially at the beginning. So some key tips is to keep your ears in line with your biceps. Externally rotate your shoulder blades and really press the hips up towards the sky. You should feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings. So continue to play around here, and then we'll walk our feet up to our hands. You can keep a generous bend in the knee, and we just want to rock side to side. You can grab the opposite elbows, and again, rock side to side, just getting a sense of what your body needs. Great. Place the hands on the ankles and roll up halfway so that your body is in a figure 7, and then slide back down. Then ground through your feet and slowly roll up to standing. When you reach the top, roll your shoulders back and leave your hands by your side. This is our mountain pose. Notice how you feel here. From our mountain pose, we're going to turn to the long edge of our mat, feet extended, or feet placed in a wide-legged position. We'll tilt our hips from one side to the other, engaging our center. And then we'll turn the right toes out, and the left foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. You can extend the arms out long or keep them on your hips. And then we'll slowly drop that right knee into a warrior 2 pose. You may need to adjust the feet a bit. Make sure that that right knee is in line with the right ankle. You can drop lower or come up. Just see how your body feels in this pose. Keep your gaze forward and don't forget to breathe. Great. So let's turn the right toes parallel to the short edge and point the left toes out and drop that left knee down, warrior two on the other side. Feel the strength of your legs and enjoy this pose. Great. Release. Turn the toes back in and we'll heel toe our feet together so that we're in a mountain pose. And lift the hands up overhead and dive forward into a forward fold. Slide the hands up to the thighs, halfway lift. Release. And we'll make our way back to a seated position. You can fold your blanket back up for a nice cushion. Great job. We'll end with a final few breaths together. Hands on the knees, eyes closed. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Place both hands on your heart. Take a moment to thank yourself and your body for coming along on this yoga journey today. Thank you for practicing with me, and I wish you a great rest of your day.